From Software are well known for being the greatest developer of all time. They can take a mechanic that's been a boring industry standard for over 10 years and then make a tiny little tweak that turns it into a deeply engaging gameplay system without anyone even realizing. They reinvent the wheel on a regular basis, and so they were destined to knock open world design out of the park. In a huge and densely populated map, it's a risky decision to send a player into the world without giving them any frame of reference on where they are or where they're going. If you've got one specific area or mission the player needs to get to proceed, you need to make it clear where that place is, otherwise the player isn't ever going to make progress. On the other end of the spectrum, and a major problem in current titles, if you have a big open world and you give the player a detailed map with massive icons and waypoints, and a big line from exactly where they are to the place you want them to go, then you're constantly pushing them away from experiencing and exploring this huge world you made, and you may as well cut the bullshit and just make a more linear game instead, without even considering the scope and density of the lands between, the interesting traversal mechanics, or the level design. The guidance system alone in Elden Ring provides the perfect balance between encouraging exploration and helping players to advance the main quest. As Tarnished, we have been given the guidance of grace, a remnant of the blessing of the greater will which was taken from us by Queen Marika, and then returned to us after our deaths to guide us back to the lands between to seek the Elden Ring. It is an extremely FromSoft tactic to make a mechanic such an integral part of the lore, but essentially it serves to point us in the direction of important places or bosses. In keeping with the lore, the guidance of grace is actually pretty shitty, and yet its inadequacy is exactly what makes it so perfect. Rather than being a long snaking path that you can follow using the minimap like a GPS, and completely ignoring the world you're actually traversing, the fragmented remnants of guidance point only a handful of meters forward and directly towards their unknown destination regardless of level layout or geography, sometimes pointing you off the side of a cliff because it's the most direct route. The effect of this is a game that brilliantly points you in the right direction, but asks you to figure the rest out for yourself. If you want to get to the right place, you need to get on your horse and actually have a look around. It seems like a half-assed attempt in guiding you, but its light touch method both forces you to actually engage with and be present in the world of the lands between, whilst also de-emphasizing its own guidance, and allowing you to feel welcome to explore its many wonders at your own leisure. Only From Software could so effortlessly make a gameplay feature that exists as a major part of the lore and world building of the game, is mechanically and thematically consistent, and also completely nail its implementation and make their contemporaries look a decade out of date in the process. What a truly fantastic developer. As always, thank you for watching. Cheers.
How many minutes? That's too long.